The Spurs basically dominated the Thunder from the opening tip. And although it's only like a 20-point loss or like a 22, 23-point loss, it was a scary masterclass from that team because basically with SGA, Shea Gildas Alexander, only having himself as the primary shot creator and the guy that has to create plays for other people, it made it very easy for the Spurs to not have to bite on his pump fakes or worry about any of his drives really because he was the only one who could create shots for himself if the ball was in his hands. And even though he got one controversial foul call against De'Aaron Fox, it really didn't amount to anything, which was really rough to watch as a Thunder fan because all of our role players struggled to the point where they, in my opinion, were passing up easy shots under the rim, layups, even just to kick the ball out for 3 pointers that we weren't hitting all game. And again, I think that was partially the Spurs' incredible defense, where they were able to stay home on a lot of their matchups and just really zone in on our guys, which led to McCain having a bad game and the big Jalen Williams having a rough game as well. But I also just think it was a lack of wanting to be aggressive because of Wemby making his impact and his presence felt. And I think Chet Holmgren needs to do his own version of that. I understand that Wemby is the better player. I'm not delusional to think that he's going to outplay Wemby. But Chet needed to be more aggressive, especially driving to the basket to set the tone that even if this 7'5" Frenchman is under the rim, you should still try because we need something to get going and we're also a very good team. I think for the next game, we need to hope that injuries are just no longer as big a factor, especially if we get Jalen Williams back or AJ Mitchell. And I hope Shea isn't hurt as well because I saw him being irritated by his hand and that's going to affect his jump shot. And if he can't hit his mid ranges, we really will have nothing because at that point, all three of our offensive weapons are down. But if we get a more aggressive Chet, SGA being back to who he is, and we're actually able to get a bit more from our role players and not just them struggling to keep up with the Spurs running the ball down our throats, we can still win this series in 6 or 7 games.